Hi, I'm Don Herman, and I am taking some time to talk about what I learned from Paul Bailey's spa days. I think I learned three things. First thing is I really learned that I needed to take a good objective look at the condition of my body and my health. Um, Paul talked about doing some body photos with some other clients that he had, and that spurred me on to ask my partner to take some photos. So he did, and when other people take photos of you versus you taking photos of you, like for a selfie or something, you really get a different perspective on the state of your own body, and it was very eye opening to realize how sedentary I'd gotten and just how flabby and weak and you know unacceptable my body had become. So that was one thing. Second, Paul talked about weight versus health. And I'd always thought, since my weight wasn't really that terrible, I figured, yeah, it's okay. I can, I'm doing all right. But when you realize it's weight is just one tiny factor of everything, and you have to look at the whole big picture. Plus, you have to look at how you feel. And just with all those things and knowing how sedentary I'd become in my lifestyle, I just knew that I had to make some changes. Second thing, I learned to begin to stop thinking about food being good or bad. Um, that was a habit I'd gotten into long ago, and just always feeling guilty about I shouldn't have that piece of cake, but I'm going to. I shouldn't have that ice cream bar, but I'm going to. And so you just live in a constant state of guilt all the time. And that's obviously not the healthiest way to live. So just starting to unlearn some of that bad thinking is also a big part of things. And the third thing was I learned to focus on doing things just a little bit better. Um, when you break it down into smaller pieces and you don't look at your issue as just one giant monolithic problem, it makes it a lot easier and a lot more doable. Thinking about losing 1 to 2 pounds a week versus thinking of yourself as one big project that you have to overcome, it makes it so much easier, and you realize, well, I don't have to make this crazy monolithic lifestyle change. I can't have any carbs for the rest of my life, or I can't, you know, all this other stuff. I can't ever eat any fat or have an egg or something like that. So he cleared up a lot of those old food myths and things like that, and helped me to focus on just make small little changes, but make them every day. Every day is a bunch of choices that you make, and begin making better choices every day, just little ones. Like I've begun to set a timer, for example, on my work up in the office, so that every hour or so it goes off and I get up and I do some stretching, or I walk around the house, or I do something different other than just sit there all day. Um, that's just one little choice that you can make that's better for you. And also, I thought about at 61, I have to focus on what do I want the rest of my life to be like. And I remembered thinking about this older couple well into their 80s, who they were on a tour with me years ago to Ireland, and they were just the first ones off the bus and up the hill and up the stairs, and just everywhere. They were just very active and very spry and very engaging and interesting. And I thought, when I'm in my 80s, I would love to be that. I'd love to be that couple, because they were just fun and everybody was attracted to them, and that would be a great thing. So in all, I think it was certainly a very good use of my time, and I appreciate. Thanks, Paul, for all your help, and I'll try to keep making some small good choices.